Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a review request video for you today. You'll notice that I am standing up, not sitting down. I have one of those adjustable desks, so I thought I might stand up, let the blood flow a little bit and do this video. So let me know in the comments below if you find any difference between me standing up and doing these reviews or sitting down. Might be none, might be a little bit. I'd love to hear from you around that. So let's jump around this guy's review. So he's from the North American server. His rank is gold 3. So this game he went 26 and 8, still lost. He wanted me to review this game specifically because by the time he was level 6, his team had fed the enemy 6 kills. I tried my hardest to impact the game after hitting level 6. Stole the first dragon, tried to make picks. Felt like the game was extremely difficult but still winnable. Overall, I felt like I had no control pre-6 and was playing catch-up. If you could give me one concept to focus on to improve my play most, what would it be? Any specific moments in the game? What could I have done pre-6 to impact the game more and keep it from spiraling out into the enemy team's favour? Around 32 minutes in, I had died in base team fighting, but we ultimately won the team fight. At this point, we had 3 dragons and getting the Infernal Drag Soul might have turned the game. Our team went for Dragon, but it got stolen by Draven because I was dead. Was a critical mistake in losing this carryable game, me dying right before this dragon. So definitely jump into your questions here, regarding especially this paragraph here. Um, Definitely here in terms of already before going into the review saying tried my hardest to impact the game level 6. With Eve, to be honest, it is very difficult to impact the game pre-6. You're not very strong at all. So you definitely can in ways, but not in the way like sometimes you just need to let your team um, just feed early and then you come in mid-game and start doing Eve things. So let's jump into this review here. Let's jump into Eve's runes. So we have the Electrocute build with Sudden Impact, Eyeball. This is Cookie Cutter. Eve, really only one rune page you go. This is great. So runes are all good. Let's do some matchup analysis here. So we have a Maud into Ornn. So Mordekaiser, so Ornn you could say is like a tank and like hard to kill, but Mordekaiser is a really good tank killer. And Eve is pretty hard for you to like build around unless this guy's going full MR in terms of resistances. So definitely can impact top lane. You can definitely get on. He does have his little dash ability, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't close that much distance. You can still charm him. You're versing a Nocturne. This is pretty interesting matchup. Nocturne also is going to be looking to impact the game at level 6 with his ult. Both probably going to try to get to level 6, but this guy is stronger than you early. Like pretty much every jungler is stronger than Eve early. So don't really want to be 1v1 in him. Ezreal into Diana. This is, I hate like Ezreal mid lanes. Like this, very hard to gank. He has no CC. Only way you can really gank this is if you're confident in your ability to just one-shot Diana, or Ezreal has already got him low. So probably avoid him mid. And you have a Jhin, Senna versus Draven Brand. So Draven like is a love versus Dravens as Eve. Draven has like no real escape abilities except for some movement speed. You can get him to charm really easily, and same with Brand. So bot, I'd love to be going bot this game. So let's jump into the actual game here. So looking at red start, we see them bot looks like they're trying to invade. Jhin sitting in base, hopefully he comes back soon. Alright, you place this ward here. This is a waste of a ward. This does not going to give you any information at all. You might be scared of invade, maybe that's your thought process, but you know that they're here. So Ornn's not going to be walking into you to take your red buff, I can guarantee you that. And again, the team's already invading here, so you want to be saving your wards, not wasting wards like this because you will literally get no information. This ward will expire by the time Nocturne even comes to this side of the map. So, not good ward there. Alright, so we're looking at red start. Your top lane is not leashing you. Definitely, even if your top lane is leashing you, I think Raptor start is the better start for Eve on red side. Blue side, you can have your bot to leash red, so it is fine. But, yeah, you just take like a lot of damage. You just do it so slowly, not without your level 2 charm. So, wouldn't be doing this alone. And I did a review video of Selfmade Fnatic's new jungler yesterday. Check out his jungle path. It was pretty interesting on Eve. He actually started Raptors, skipped his red, and did Golems then red, and he didn't need a leash. This was also red side. try that out. It actually worked pretty well, and something that I'm actually going to be using in my Eve game. So on red here, you drag it out a little bit too far so it resets. That's just something you're going to have to be wary. Okay, and you missed your Q there, so really, really rough start in terms of early jungle clearing. But looks like you still want to finish this red. Okay, you do the right thing. So definitely on champs like Eve, you want to be getting level 6 as fast as possible. Clear entire jungle. That's really all you're trying to do early game. Again, can't really impact the game. Your ganks are very, very weak early game. So looking at top here, Maud is pushing in. Again, don't want to be looking at it all, but sort of just seeing how these lanes are going so far. On to Raptors now. Alright, so bot's struggling. Alright, so Nocturne showed top here. You're on Wolves. Rift Scuttler's been up for like 30 seconds now. I'll just take Rift Scuttler first. Go in here, check his Raptors. You want to try and trade something on the map for Nocturne being topside. There's no real point doing your jungle here because you can get this after you get vision for your team. Just protect Ezreal. You never know, Brand could be roaming up or something like that. That is ideal. You keep trying to do fancy things with jungle camps. Like, let's just focus on clearing camps, like one camp at a time. Eve doesn't really need to do anything fancy. She's just basically charm, one-shot a camp, move to the next camp, move to the next camp. I sort of see your idea there. You're trying to group them up, so then you hit both of them with your Q, but it's a little bit risky for resets. Like, you really need to like master that to pull that off effectively. So onto Rift Scuttler here. I would be hitting this Scrying Orb as well to just try and get some vision either bot or top side, see if they've got some wards, put out some pressure, protect your lanes. Alright, so now you're walking into Raptor Camp here. This is probably a little bit too late, so this is what you should have done like a minute ago. So before you did your blue, you should have come into here and like checked Raptors like after Rift Scuttler before and taken these. So now there's threat of, so you get Nocturne shows here. And whenever like you don't are successful in sneaking camps as Eve, especially early game, you just leave it. Like Brand is now bot side, like he's actually roaming up here. You can see him. So yeah, Brand's coming up now. You just need to leave this. Like absolutely leave this. I know mid's pushed in and Ezreal can help you, but there's going to be no real element of surprise here. Your top camps are up. Like let's just leave it. That's the big thing with Eve, is just knowing when you need to concede something early because you're just so weak early game. Alright, so we're basing here, not deciding to do camps. This is fine. So you did talk about your team doing, so bot is and topper both died, so they're not doing too hot. I do like this path you're doing. You're going top side, and what I'll be doing right now is to look to still impact bot. Like bot's really the only lane that you can be ganking here. Mid, potentially, she's level 6 right now. You would really need to be confident in her not, like Diana is a potential 1v2 champion. She's pretty strong with her ult. Okay, so you see Nocturne bot here. Top camps, you go straight into Nocturne's jungle. So, always been the mindset. Enemy jungle's like one side of the map, I trade something on the other. Especially Eve early, you don't want to be near Nocturne fighting him at all. You just want to be sneaking around the map, getting as many camps as possible, getting to level 6. So you decide to do the safe route here and take Raptor camp. But this is really not punishing. Like come in here, check his camps. They're most likely up because camp spawn times are really low now in the new preseason patch. Let's take those from him. Deny experience and gold, get you further ahead and get level 6 so you can start carrying this game when you hit 6. So you come mid here, just not in the nick of time, and Diana survives. Okay, so you really shouldn't be doing this wave. So the only reason that you like, I mean, there's a couple of reasons why you kill waves, right? So obviously you want to get to level 6 fast, which is the right mindset, but at the end of the day, you still need teammates to be effective. Yes, Ezreal is, 0 and 1 now, But this is going to freeze, and you want Ezreal to be playing safe and scaling up. You know, like Ezreal's really not strong early game at all. So let him get these minions. Go in here, take Rift Skull, your red spawning soon. You got like stuff to do. Like you have 2 pink cords as you bought on that base. Awesome. Let's use them, place them down. Let's get some control here. This wave is going to freeze under the tower if you just let it go. And there's no reason for you to push. Like the only reason sometimes you clear minion waves is to push it in to reset the minion wave. But this is a cannon wave. So there's no way that you're going to be able to push this in time, especially with the new wave coming. Like Eve just doesn't have fast enough wave clear, especially at level 5. So yeah, even Ezreal's getting upset telling you to back off, and you're just wasting a lot of time here. Like I think you only got like 4 minions there as well. So, alright, and the worst thing about this now is you've walked bot side. So now the entire enemy team knows, hey guys, Eve's bot side. Bot, be careful. There's no element of surprise. Scuttle's up, your red's up. Like you should be clearing these. You could even be looking for like a top gank off that. You'll be level 6 from there. Sort of wrong move going bot here. Check your wolves, they're not up. Nocturne took them from you, I think. Alright, so yeah, bots, this is what you're talking about. 6 kills. I mean, apart from those things I've talked about early game, could have been more efficient. Really all you could have done that early game is just deny camps better. And that's really it. Like, this is just what you have to deal with. And this really sucks because bot is the lane you wanted to impact, like post 6. And they're doing like really, really bad. So definitely in a rough position, but you know, this game definitely isn't over yet. Alright, so using Eve's stealth, use Ezreal's bait. He does die, but we do get the kill on Eve, which is good. Now 1-0. You do have a Dark Seal, which is really good for you to start snowballing this game. Alright, so I would have skipped my camps there, been looking at bot wave, and walk onto this. Potentially look for a kill. If they back off, then you have permission to go do your camps, but that was a potential kill opportunity for bot. They stuck around, still are staying around. So, yeah, they're literally staying for this wave. No, they're backing off. They're scared of you now. But you should have gone there just to check it anyway. You never know. You could have picked them off base in at the wrong time. Alright, so Nocturne's top. You burnt his ult. You know bot is base now. If you're looking at the wave, do dragon. Absolutely do dragon. Don't do blue here. You need to trade something on the other side of the map. Yes, I know mid's pushed in, but you do have a full health Sana and a full health Jhin. Let them push in that wave. Tell them to assist you ping here. Let's get this dragon straight away. This is actually pretty good for you getting that dragon. So this is really not punishing Nocturne for being on top side using his ult. Even Jhin pinged dragon, and like even Jhin wanted to help you there. So alright, so going on to Diana here. Can we get her? Oh, nice work. Alright, great. Topside camps. I would clear these now. Clear topside camps. Either look for a top gank or base and go bot. Probably not want to go top maybe because you have 1900 gold. Alright, you actually want to just be basing. So Raptor camp, Krugs, base. Okay, actually I forgot Dragon is still up and you decide to base after that Raptor camp, which is the right decision. I would say you want to potentially defend this. And so in terms of tracking the jungler, because Nocturne was top side before having a gank here, that means like 2 minutes later he's most likely bot side. So that's like, again, something you don't exactly know, but that would be my hunch. What I'll be looking to do right now, so Nocturne actually is bot side, he shows here. What I'll be wanting to do is look to potentially counter gank this, then like move into a drag. Okay, so that's actually what you do. This is really good. Senna does die, but you get the kill on Nocturne. Your bot and, your mid and top is definitely having a rough time this game. Alright, so you're sticking around, trying to get some picks. This is good utilization of Eve's kit, using her stealth. Alright, so this is what I call over ganking on Eve. Draven now knows your intention. If you just did it to Brand, he's not going to be entirely stupid. And continue to stick around. There's only one minion left here. He's going to back off in base. Just you want to be doing your camps. This is even a potential for a dragon, to be honest. You saw everyone just topside there. Center's coming back up. Like, you want to be using your pink wards in the river, clearing vision. Okay, so minion wave comes, but again, like, this is really, really over ganking. Over Eve, you're sort of over Eving, you're over stealth, and you're overutilizing your kit. Even though you're ahead right now, you're 4-0 right now. You have 8 stacks of Dark Seal, 1600 gold. You still need to be focused in prioritizing getting farm. Like, yes, and this is a trap that I see Eves always fall into, is they feel like that they're like invincible and they can kill anyone on the map, and then they start forgetting about, they get sucked into this kills game, and then they start falling behind because they're not killing the camps, and then they like wonder like why they lost the game even though like 20-0, which is potentially what's looking like is going to happen in this game. Just looking at the way you're playing right now. So again, your camps are all up. You'll have an Ezreal, which is, again, this is a lane you don't really want to be touching at all. Nocturne could easily counter gank this, and they will 2v2 you. This is over ganking. Over ganking. Over even. I'm going to create this new term, over even. So you do get the kill there, but again, like, I don't think that this is worth it. I mean, there's so much that could have gone wrong there. You could have got counter ganked. You need to be viewing, like, clearing your camps, like, more priority than killing, like, that Diana there. I mean, at the end of the day, she's only got 67 CS. She's died, like, twice already. Alright, so Jin died before. They have Rift Scuttler. Like, I'll just be conceding bot here. Their bot lane is just so far ahead. Brand's 6-1 with the Rylai's. There's just no way you're going to be able to do defend drag there. So this is another thing as well. You really just need to just understand when you need to just give up dragon. So they actually don't decide to do it at all. Okay, so you go to red, which is the right move. Concede bot side, and then potentially maybe go back bot. But Diana's there for some reason, which is a little strange. I guess she has that watered or something. Okay, so it looks like you do just give it up, which I guess, okay, you don't know where Nocturne is. I probably would just give this up, to be honest. You're waiting for Ezreal. Alright, so you think she's still, okay, she's still in there. Ezreal's hitting with Qs. This is really odd play from, I mean, not obviously from you, but the enemy team as well, sort of just sitting there. Alright, it pays off for them somehow. Nocturne burns ult. Okay, so this is, you don't have ultimate. You are conceding this. Yes, this is good. So I'll just be leaving this. Ornn is like full health with ultimate. Go bot, gank here. Alright, so you get blocked by a pink ward, which means you can't really walk that way anymore. Jin's low. Oh, I would still be coming here. You should be looking here. If you walked all the way down here, you can catch this Draven. They're trying to dive Jin. Oh man, this is really painful. You could have helped these guys. The ultimate just came up as well. So, a little poor map awareness there by you. So you are 5-0, but your team is just absolutely feeding. Let's just keep looking through this game and seeing how we could still potentially win. Alright, so I like, again, this mindset of trying to look for picks. But, again, like, your jungle's, like, up, you know? Like, you should have just been clearing your jungle there if you weren't going to help Jin bot lane before. You actually do steal this dragon, which is good. Alright, so I think you just need to back off here. Like, yes, I know you're cheap, but the thing is like, this is such a risk. So I know that you have ultimate, but like, and they backed off, but again, like, Diana's relatively strong. She's level 11 right now. You don't have Ez. Your bot lane is incredibly weak. Running into no vision is just always dangerous, especially with this Diana up. So you do actually kill Brand in that bush there. He was basing. But now you die for this. And this is just what can't have happened this game. Like, you just can't have... You're literally the only hope of the game. You just gave a shutdown to Diana, and you've died, which is now just absolutely reduced all the momentum that you could have had in this game. Like, all your jungle camps are up. you're starting to really not pout. Like right now, Nocturne's literally out farming you, you know? Which is should never be the case, especially since you got your Runic Echoes just so early from being really fed. Also, in terms of your base, yeah, the worst thing about it is now you're losing your Dark Steel stack. So you have, let's see what you had from that base. So you have 1100 gold. I would have bought Magi's there and be building a Lichbane this game as well. Lichbane is like the best item you can possibly build on Eve when you're really far ahead. It just really gives you that really early mid consistent damage that really gives you that extra kick to just one-shot people with your full combo and ultimate. So a bit of incorrect build path in this game. Yeah, I think that was on your other base. So on your other base way back, I would have got Magi's and started building a Lichbane. So coming back on the map, looking to clear your camps. Alright, so this is good. You're starting to clear your camps now, but probably like 4 minutes too late. I mean, really, you didn't farm for about 4 minutes plus across that game. And again, this is the mindset of getting into Eve. Is like you really need to start prioritizing your farm way more in the mid game instead of being that kills, you know. Alright, so you know they're all in topside jungle there. Definitely don't want to be walking into that. Alright, so this is another thing with Eve. So, yes, you're coming to go help Mordekaiser top here. Mordekaiser dies, you are seen on a pink ward. So, as soon as you're seen on a pink ward, Eve's strength, I think if you got like a power bar, Eve, like 10 around the map, stealth, when no one knows where she is. As soon as you see my pink ward, you go down to like a 3 or like a 2. So the entire enemy team knows you're here. There's no element of surprise anymore. And the entire enemy team is alive right now. Yes, there's an all low health, but none of your teams around. They know you're here. You have no ultimate at the moment. There is no art of surprise here, and you will just die for this. And again, you just cannot die. Like, that's just the worst thing possible. You're going to lose your Dark Steel stacks. Your ultimate did come up. And then you get ulted by Nocturne. You almost like escape here, but you do die. So I'd say that this is the point of the game where you've literally, it's like starting to become absolutely out of your control. You've died like twice now. You really haven't prioritized farm at all, because what's going to happen now is because you guys haven't got a single tower, no one's pressuring waves in your team, no one's strong enough to even push in pressure waves. They're just going to slowly chip down your jungle. You're going to be really starved, and it's just going to be just absolutely out of your control. So, like, I think I'm going to like end the review here. There's like a lot in this review for you, like in terms of mindset. Yes, this is a very difficult game to win because all your lanes were like, I mean, it's 23-7 right now. You only 2 deaths. So your team has died 21 times without you, which obviously sucks and it's going to happen, but you really only had like the last 8 minutes or so to like actually hard carry this game. And some of the decision making there is, again, the thing is not farming and prioritizing getting farm and going for those kills all the time, like really just killed all your momentum. Like, I actually have looked at the rest of this game, and as you can see here, there's just like a bunch of kills back and forth. But with Eve, like, you still need League in general, you still need your teammates to be strong, right? So then they can be pushing lanes to get towers, because what happens is, yes, you can get kills here and there, and the enemy team can misplay, which they did a bunch of times, but from those kills, you're never going to be able to get objectives, like, ever, because no one on your team is strong enough to be pushing like waves in, unless they absolutely massively throw, which is like really like not in your control at all. So your question around 30 minutes since I died, and critical point stole the dragon. Was this critical mistake and losing a carryable game? You don't. I mean, this game is not carryable from this point, I would say. It's only carryable if they make a lot of mistakes, which they obviously did, and you did say it was almost like, looked like maybe it was winnable if you got that 4th drag, but again, it's completely out of your control, and I just want you to focus on clearing up those things. So your early jungle pathing, let's fix that up. Your again, focus on still farming up even though you're a level 6 plus Eve, and like, yeah, I mean, you sort of did focus the right sides on that. You did clean up kills, you were backing people up, but you sort of like were compensating too much for your team and just looking for kills too much. So hope this review helped. Let me know in the comments below what you thought or maybe learnt from this review, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.